I'd like to welcome everybody to the Crawford County, Illinois Ghost Hunter Society live talk show. This is episode number 35, guys. And give me a thumbs up if you guys like that intro. We've been messing with that a little. We're trying to make the show a little better, get the intros a little better. We'll get this thing down someday, but definitely give us a thumbs up if you guys like that new intro we just put up. But welcome to episode number 35. You can check out our Facebook page, or excuse me, our website at crawfordcountyghosthunters.org. If you have not checked that out, we've got ghost weather and some other stuff on there you guys can check out. We don't update it so much as what we'd like because we put a lot of stuff up on our Facebook page. But you can give us an email at illinoishauntings@gmail.com. Definitely, if you guys have any type of location that you think we could investigate, might have the presence of paranormal activity or has the potential of being haunted, send us an email. We'll check it out. We check out, a lot of locations. It would be businesses, houses, you name it. We've pretty much investigated it. But send us an email if you guys know anything out there that you want us to check out. You can visit our Facebook page at facebook.com/Crawford County Ghost Hunters. We are dual broadcasting also onto YouTube tonight. So if you're out there watching on YouTube, we should be able to answer your comments on there as well. If you just prefer the YouTube platform over Facebook, definitely check YouTube out and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're also found on Instagram /Crawford County Ghost Hunters, or at Instagram. If you guys want to check us out on there and give us a follow, that would be awesome. Music tonight, as always, in our intro video is by the Midnight Syndicate, all rights reserved. Music is used, with permission. So you can check their website out at midnightsyndicate.com if you're into creepy music. Check out midnightsyndicate.com or Midnight Syndicate on YouTube or Spotify. We're going to get right into tonight's show, and I may have, looks like I got Jareth maybe popping in again tonight to co-host with me. I think trying to see down here what's in the corner, trying a different platform again tonight. Hopefully the video quality is a little clearer and my audio is clear. Well, we got a huge announcement tonight. You guys aren't going to want to miss this one, so definitely stay tuned here. I'm going to try to throw Jareth into the show. Let's see if he's here. Maybe. Maybe not. There we go. I think I got him up there now. Hey, Jareth. I can see him anyway. What? I don't know if he can. Can you hear me? You out there, dude?
Huh?
Okay. I think Jareth's having some technical difficulties there. I'm not sure what's going on. But can you hear me out there, Jareth?
Your audio is horrible on my side.
Yeah. You guys all hear me out there? Give me a thumbs up if you guys can hear me, if my audio is good out there. Jerry said he can't hear me. Or I guess you can't give us a thumbs up, but tell us in the comments if you guys can hear us or not. Okay. Again, we're trying out some different platforms tonight just to see.
You're like robotic going in and out.
Really? But anyway, we got some cool stuff. What's that?
I said you're robotic going in and out. I can't understand a single word you're saying.
They can hear you fine. Good audio and good video. So we're good to go on their end, I guess. It may just be on your end, Jareth. But we're going to talk tonight about the investigation we done, at Johnsonville, and we've got a big announcement to make after that. So we're going to get into the investigation, we done there in Wayne County, Illinois, in Johnsonville, and talk about our investigation there. Now supposedly the documentation and the deed and abstract showed that my family was poisoned at that house. You guys watched our live feed probably from that investigation Friday night, and we appreciate all the support we got on that one. We got a huge viewing on that. investigation. A lot of people were tuning in, so we appreciate that, guys. We appreciate you guys watching our live feed. So we got there and did kind of a walk around of the house. We'd never seen the location before either, and it was pretty interesting. Pretty neat old house. I mean, that house is really pretty cool, to tell you the truth. I mean, but I like old houses like that. But we went there to Wayne County. We investigated this location where supposedly the family got poisoned. I guess the wife got poisoned and 2 kids, supposedly, according to the deed and abstract of this place, which I couldn't find once we got there because I wanted to see documentation of this as always, and they couldn't find it, which is really strange, But I believe, what they're saying. I mean, they were telling us, they found this, but there was also a suicide in the location, and suicide locations, as we know, create a lot of activity. Sometimes suicide locations are often haunted, just because of the nature of the incident, the nature of the way the person passed away. There's nothing evil about it. There's nothing bad about it. I mean, you guys probably remember when we investigated Willow's Weep. That was a big controversy because we debunked the heck out of Willow's Weep. And the owner, Dave, got pissed off at us because we debunked everything in there in the house. The doors were spring loaded, had big springs, and they were shutting by themselves. And that's what people were reporting. And it was supposed to be the most evil house on earth, But that's what this house kind of reminded me of, the backstory of it, just because, like, all the deaths and the suicide that took place there. It's kind of got that Willow's Weep kind of story to it. But definitely this one was more legit than Willow's Weep. Everything about Willow's Weep was pretty much a hoax. When we investigated it, we found, loopholes in the history. We found, found the blood wasn't even real in the chair because we did blood tests on the chair and it came back negative for human blood. But anyway, I'm going in an old investigation, digging up in a old can of worms there. But this house kind of reminded me of it, is why I'm talking about Willow's Weep. But the house down in Johnsonville, the backstory and stuff. But it has the potential definitely to be haunted. But we didn't find a whole lot. If you guys were watching our live feed, we did pick up an EVP of what we believe to be some sort of like a bell or like just a chime sound. We're still not sure what that is, but I'm gonna have to say it was something natural. Maybe we were picking up the wind chime outside, possibly making it sound like a bell or something. So we're kind of debunking that. We don't really think it was paranormal. I think it was something we picked up from the outside environment on our audio recorder. Reading Ben's comment out there on the feed, he said Mr. Spinks adores me. Yeah, that's another story. But we're still gonna have him on the show sometime. We're gonna have Dave Spinks on the show, and he's gonna talk about Willow's Weep with us someday. I'm gonna invite him and see if we can get him on here. But the house was neat. The investigation went really well. There was a house trailer also where a death had taken place. The individual's grandpa had passed away, unfortunately, in the house, right next to the house we investigated Friday night. Didn't find a whole lot in there either. We didn't find a whole lot anywhere, to tell you the truth. I mean, but that's the way it goes. There's a lot of places we investigated. We don't find any evidence of paranormal activity, and that's what we do. We try to debunk everything we can and look for natural explanations before we determine that, what we found or heard or seen is something paranormal in origin. We don't jump to the conclusions that there's ghosts everywhere we go, because, that's just not happening. There's very few places on this earth that are haunted and, or have the evidence to, support, that they are haunted and suggest that they're haunted. But I'm going to jump into Jareth. I don't even know if I've talked with you about this, but I'm going to let everybody know real quick out here what we have got going on my big announcement. Well, I've got quite a few people on here right now. It's the start of the show, so everybody's not getting tired. I'm going to go right into this big announcement, trying to find the little picture here I downloaded for this announcement. I got too many pictures here in my Q box, guys. But all right, so big announcement for tonight that we're going to let everybody know. We're kind of letting the cat out of the bag. I've been talking about this for kind of weeks, kind of hinting around about it. It is official. We are going to be investigating the United Methodist Village in Lawrenceville, Illinois. And if you guys don't know about this place, then you need to go down and see it. It's abandoned now, and the owners of, we've tried to get in it for years, and every time I try to get in this place, something happens. It gets sold, or something else happens, or just doesn't work out. But we've tried this for a few years now to get into this location. And, it's down there in Lawrence County. It's located in Lawrenceville, Illinois. And the building, it's over 100 years old. I believe, I haven't dug into the history yet, but I believe it was built around 1918, somewhere in there. But that's where we're going to be going this Saturday night, guys. We are letting the cat out of the bag. You're hearing it first right here on our live talk show. We are going to be investigating United Methodist Village this Saturday night at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, and we are going live. So it's going to be awesome. This place is huge. I mean, it reminds me of, like, just this picture. It reminds me of Waverly Hills Sanitarium. It's like, this place is massive. And I'm supposed to meet actually with the owners tomorrow afternoon, and we're going to discuss some other things too that might be in the works with the United Methodist Village, sort of like we did with Pine Lawn, if you guys went to any of our haunted tours and stuff. So and we'll still be investigating Pine Lawn Manor also. But I'm going to throw up the investigation post for that. That's what I'm going to be posting tomorrow on our page. We're going to be at 8 p.m. on March the 1st, which is a Saturday night. So definitely, guys, check in for that United Methodist Village investigation. And if you guys, anybody out there has like worked there, or if you've worked there over the years, or had somebody that stayed there, or knows somebody, maybe a family member's passed away there, message us. Tell us your stories. This is going to be brand new for us again, just like Pine Lawn was. It was pretty cool at Pine Lawn Manor, down in Sumner, because it was like history unfolded as we investigated it. We interviewed several of the nurses that started out with that had worked there, the CNAs, some workers, and it was like the history started to come to life of Pine Lawn Manor in Sumner, Illinois. It's still, as of right now, that is the most haunted place I have ever seen in the world. I mean, I have never seen anything like it, and we probably never will again. That's why I'm hoping United Methodist Village, it's down there in the same county, down in that area. Hopefully, we can get some cool activity there too. Have you ever been in there, Jared? Like, have you seen this place?
I've been in there once, but it was a long time ago, and it was only like a one part of it. I didn't get to go in the whole building.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty neat. I mean,
pretty cool though.
Yeah, the whole building is creepy as heck. I mean, it's big. I mean, it's going to take the whole team. I don't know how we're even, we're going to try to run our whole camera system, guys, in there this Saturday night at the United Methodist Village. We're going to set up the full deal. We're going to run cameras down the hallways, set up a command center. We're going to rig this place up as best as we can. Probably split into two teams eventually, because the place is so big, and have radios, just go all throughout the building, because this is the first time that this place has ever been investigated by a paranormal team, as far as I know. We were the first to investigate Pine Lawn Manor also. We found Pine Lawn Manor and started investigating it. I don't believe there's ever been a paranormal team allowed into the United Methodist Village, to my knowledge, unless they snuck in. But we're going to be investigating it, guys. So it's going to be a first-time location for anybody to investigate. So we're going to learn, what the place is about. Is there any activity there? There have been reports and reports year after year about the crazy stuff going on at this location. Like, I'm so excited to be able to go into there, because just the workers over the years have reported activity. They've seen kids in there running around, like ghost kids. They've seen all kinds of stuff have been reported in the different, sections of the United Methodist Village. There's different sections of this place, and I'm going to learn more about it tomorrow. We're doing a walkthrough, like I say, with the owner tomorrow afternoon, and he's going to, show me the building and show me, the layout of the place. I believe he's going to turn the power on for us Saturday night, so we're not going to have to run off the command center, and run our power off of it. So we're going to have power to the building and everything. But there may be future plans, for the United Methodist Village, like we did. We offered our haunted tours at Pine Lawn Manor last Halloween and off and on last fall. And hopefully, we're still going to be able to offer that again this coming, weird thing popping up on my screen. We're still going to be offering the Pine Lawn Manor tours, hopefully this coming fall and Halloween again. But I think on top of it, we're probably going to have the United Methodist Village the way it's looking. So going to be an awesome haunted tour season for us this year. Hopefully we get stuff set up with this and we can take the public in here if we find activity. I mean, this is one of those places, like, if it doesn't have activity, I'm gonna be extremely, extremely surprised. I mean, there's been a lot of deaths, at the United Methodist Village and the different campus areas around there, because like the houses even, just a lot of, that's what we look for in locations, places with a lot of death. I've spoke about this before on our talk show, but you've got to have history to have a haunting. You've got to have some type of tragedy, some type of tragic events, or sometimes horrible events, unfortunately, that are negative, sometimes imprint on the atmosphere and the environment, and cause a place to become active. Places like this, in Pine Lawn Manor and United Methodist Village, they've got that, I hate to say this, but, some of the things that happened in Pine Lawn Manor weren't the greatest, as far as the way they were taking care of the residents and everything. And it's weird because my grandma was actually at this location, the United Methodist Village, before she passed away. So I've had family members stay here. My grandma and my grandpa was at the United Methodist Village. So it kind of hits home, I have been in there a couple times just because they live there, but I don't know the layout of the building and everything. And it was creepy when they were there. I actually experienced some paranormal activity at one of the, I guess you could call it, assisted living apartments that my grandma was staying at one night. I thought she was just, getting old and hearing things that weren't there. She kept telling me to come over. She kept hearing knocks on her door every night. I said, "Are you sure, that's really what's going on?" I asked her several times. She goes, "Yeah." She goes, "There's knocks on my door." So I went over there. I'm staying there. I'm sitting in her little apartment area, and there was a knock, about 10 p.m., like boom, boom, on her door. And it came from the outside hallway. There's an internal hallway where her apartment was. You can get to the outside of the building, from the door outside too. But then if you go inside, you can walk through that door and get to a internal hallway where everybody else's rooms were at. And it came from that. I immediately ran over there, opened it up, and there was like nobody in sight, nobody around, nobody down the hallway. I went into the living area. There was nobody in there. So, even the short time she was staying there, she experienced some stuff, and I actually experienced that, while I was there visiting her one time. So it's going to be a neat location. You gonna watch the camera system this weekend, or are you even gonna be available? Are you going, Jareth, or
I have to work.
do you?
Well, I don't have this weekend. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I was kind of sad about
it. Yeah. I think Dickerson's going with me for sure. So he'll probably be filming and probably coordinating a couple other people. We're gonna have people at the command center too. We probably won't even have enough people to cover this place. I mean, this place is huge. So, we're gonna, like I say, split into teams and probably investigate each section of the building. Each section of the United Methodist Village, because there's several sections of it. Like I think there's a North Campus, a South Campus. I don't know. We're gonna have to work out the details tomorrow with the owners, but gonna be a pretty cool investigation, guys. And I'm sure several people in the area have worked there. Trying to get to the comments. Riley says she's going. Ben says he's going. So Yeah, we're gonna have quite a few of our team members there probably. Tammy's asking about Johnsonville again. That we were talking about at the beginning of the broadcast, Tammy. We didn't find a whole lot at Johnsonville. Really cool location, really cool house. The owner was really nice, and her daughter and boyfriend. We had extremely, fun time investigating there in Johnsonville. We met some locals that came out and talked to us. We may be investigating a couple other places now because there were some local individuals, that stopped by and said, "Hey, we got a house that's haunted," and was, talking about that. So we may be investigating several other, houses and locations around the Johnsonville area in Wayne County. We also got a report of paranormal activity of an old, like this house is huge in Fairfield, Illinois, after that investigation. So some people from Fairfield were contacting us. We may be investigating in Fairfield also within the next, couple weekends. Shander says, if you ever consider doing a joint investigation with another team as a group of Missouri, that seems very aligned with you guys in terms of approach and philosophy. That's cool. Yeah, if you can send us their info, we'll definitely check them out. Hayden Reeves would like to go sometime. Thought your announcement was going to be purchase Pine Lawn. Yeah, that's a long story there, Terry. It's still in the works, kind of. I don't know. It's not out of the question, but we were going to. It's just a long story. There's another guy living next door is part of the problem there at Pine Lawn, and the owner is letting this guy live in the other section there at Pine Lawn, which used to be the old nursing home there in Sumner, and it wasn't actually Pine Lawn Manor. It was separated, and it was the nursing home, and this guy's living there, and he tears the place up faster than we can fix it. So that's the problem with Pine Lawn right now, and the owner is going to have to do something with this guy before we purchase it. But we're still going to definitely try to do haunted tours there, and give the money to the owner for restoration of the place. We'll try to restore it ourselves if he lets us, put that money back into it again. But we're still investigating it. We just some of the hallways, this dude brought some junk into the hallways and threw into the south hallway there in Pine Lawn Manor and just filled it full. So now when we do our haunted tours there, this coming fall, if we do, we're gonna have to completely clean the building again because this guy just trashed it. So that's the problem with Pine Lawn right now. But I'd like to buy it, but right now it's not working out. Didn't realize it was closed down. I was there when my grandparents were there. Nice place at one time. Yeah, Jennifer. Yeah, I think both grandparents were there, so for a little while. When did UMV close? I am not 100% sure, Karen. I'm thinking it closed. I don't know. Parts of it seemed like it closed like around almost the same time Pine Lawn did in 2005, but I thought it was still going around 2012. But I'm gonna have to look into that. I don't know. I'm gonna have to really study the history of this place and let you guys know before Saturday night. We'll get on there and talk. You say something, Jareth?
I think it was 2013 because I was in middle school and it was still open whenever I went to Lawrenceville. And the middle school was right next to the Methodist Village, and it was open, I'm pretty sure. And I was, like you said, 2012, 2011, somewhere around there.
Right. Okay. Yeah, and I think it closed down too for almost the same, similar reasons of what Pine Lawn did. But Pine Lawn was getting fined from the state too. They were getting state fines. The residents were escaping. They were getting fine after fine. Finally, they shut down. But I think it had to do with financial stuff. The Methodist Village did, financial problems. I'm not real sure. I got to dig into the history of why it actually shut down and why it's not being used for basically a nursing home or assisted living home for the elderly. Michael Status says, I appreciate you guys going live at locations. Says, I understand why at times you don't go live a second time and need quiet time just to listen to absorb the surroundings. Yeah, that's definitely true, Michael, because like Kelsey says, yes, financial reasons. But getting back to what he was saying, yeah, a lot of times, guys, especially when we investigate a location for the first time, we'll go the first 4 hours on live and we catch a lot on live. That's why we do it. We like to show you guys what's out there, what we're doing. And sometimes we catch more on the live feed than we do when we quit going live. But the reason we quit going live a lot of times, or don't do a part two at a new location like we did down in Johnsonville the other night. It's just simply because like we want a controlled environment. We're serious paranormal investigators and researchers. We're taking a scientific approach to this, and it's extremely hard for me to be able to see, hear, feel anything. Even like see our equipment going off or anything. EMF hits when the camera light's in my eyes. That camera light's extremely, extremely bright. So sometimes when we do a new location, we don't do a part two. That's the reason why. I'm wanting to take it serious. We kill all the lights, we set all the equipment up, we set all our motion activated equipment up, sensors, digital cameras, everything. We'll set up motion activated cameras in the house like we did there, the eddy meter. Try to just listen to see if we have any environmental changes taking place in there that might indicate paranormal activity. And it does suck sometimes, because like then if we do catch something, you guys don't get to see it. Like I just lost Jareth, but you guys don't get to see that activity sometimes though because we're not going live. But the cool thing though about live, I'm torn 50-50 on it because we do. It records what we're seeing, what we're hearing, and sometimes you guys hear things over the audio that we don't hear. So in a sense, it's another camera and it's another 300 eyes out there helping us watch. So it's really cool. That's why I like going live too. I mean, it can go both ways, but I still like to kill the live, at a location, just go dark and quiet just to see what we can hear and see and without the distraction of the live feed. But it's really cool. Chris, you missed the announcement, I guess. We're investigating the United Methodist Village this Saturday night. It's located in Lawrence County, Lawrenceville, Illinois. We're going to be doing a full-scale paranormal investigation. There's never been a team in there before, to my knowledge. We've been trying to get in there for years, so it's going to be really neat. Hayden Reeves just posted a little bit of history there. That's pretty cool. Yeah, thanks for posting that, Hayden. Yes, it's located on two sites within a half a mile of each other. Lawrenceville, Illinois. United Methodist Village offers some of the best housing and healthcare options for elders in Lawrence County. The South Campus was the original site of services and includes 14 independent cottages, 19 villas, 10 homes, and 32 apartments. The nursing home that was built in several phases through the 1970s now has 143 beds duly certified for Medicare and Medicaid. The North Campus was purchased, and I'm not seeing the rest of it. He must have quit after that, but yeah, but I believe I don't see the date on there, but I'm thinking it was built in 1918. I read. I could be wrong on that. Anything happened on the second half the other night? Leslie's wanting to know. We didn't get anything when we did our dark session, when we did our quiet session, or what we call phase 2 of our investigation, where we're, setting up everything and see if we have any environmental changes in the location or capturing an EVP that, corresponds with environmental changes. I think Jareth is back here. Throw him back in there. You back, Jareth?
Yeah, I don't know what happened. It kicked me off.
Thought you said you worked all the bugs out of your in there the other night.
I thought I did, but I guess it's still messing up a little bit.
Hey, at least your camera's not jumping around.
It happened.
Flying around everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. And you can actually see me now.
Yeah. But nothing, absolutely nothing, Ben says. Yeah. That's what we find at most locations. That's why we say that. It's kind of a joke. And Ben, we were out investigating this location one time. If you guys hear us say nothing, absolutely nothing on the live feed, that's kind of an inside joke between me and Ben and a couple of us. We were at this location, you know, and like, did you guys find anything? Like, nothing, absolutely nothing. But that's the way it goes at a lot of locations. You know, we don't find anything. And, you know, we're not going to lie and say we find something. Like a lot of teams, you know, any little thing becomes a ghost to them. And orbs are paranormal. And that's another thing I wanted to address while we've got this show and while we're talking too. We see a lot of comments on our live feeds and a lot of people arguing with each other about orbs. You know, what are they? Are they ghosts? No. You know, and I see a few of our fans try to correct people, which is cool, you know, because some of them have watched us enough that they've learned from, you know, our videos and our haunted tours and our events that they go to, that, you know, orbs are not, you know, ghosts or spirits. They are dust particles. I mean, the best thing to get rid of orbs, I guess, is a can of Pledge, you know, because like that's your proton pack for orbs there. Get a can of Pledge and, you know, dust the place. So that, but no, dust is found everywhere, and it doesn't matter. We've been in the cleanest homes imaginable doing a paranormal investigation. We've been in the dirtiest places imaginable. You know, kind of like the other night, you know, that place was not the cleanest environment. We had dead coons and birds and rat poop and coon crap, and we were stepping in it and walking through it and breathing it, and I think Dickerson ate some of it when he got there, but told him not to eat the poison, but he might have. I don't know if he'll be here for this weekend or not, but you know, we're not in the best of environments at times. And when you guys see those little things flying around on the camera, what that is dust particles. You know, it's not ghosts or spirits of the dead. It's dust particles. And what happens is the camera light or the lights that we're using reflect off of those dust particles. The camera picks it up as these circular objects, you know, and it looks like it looks weird if you don't know about photography and video, you know, stuff. But you know, any photographer, you know, that studied photography, you know, will kick up dust. And we've done this, you know, we've done this for years. And years ago, we thought the orbs were ghosts. You know, this was started, the whole orb phenomena was started, I would say years ago, unfortunately, by some of my comrades that I originally kind of got, I don't know, acquainted with in the paranormal world when I first started. And it was the International Ghost Hunter Society. And if you guys have ever been on that site, it was called ghostweb.com back in the day. They had thousands and thousands of photographs of ghosts, they said. You know, they were cool people. I liked them. And, you know, when I first started out, it was just, you know, there weren't a lot of paranormal teams on the internet even. And now there's one in everybody's backyard. But, you know, the International Ghost Hunter Society, it was Dave and Sharon Oester. Some people pronounce it Oster. But he wrote several books, Dr. Dave did. And, you know, we went out on several different investigations. He actually put me in some of his books. You know, there's Restless Spirits Across America is one of the books out there. And they titled one of the chapters, Jason Snyder, Ghost Hunter. But, you know, these were the guys I first met up with back in the day. And they were big pushers of this, of orbs being ghosts and spirits of the dead. And like they had no backgrounds in photography was a problem. And I argued with them several times, you know, and I told them, you know, that these are dust particles, because we went out, we kicked things up, we research, we don't just take someone's word for things. You know, we went out, we kicked dust up, we threw stuff in the air, we took fans and blew dust sideways to see what it would do in our photographs. You know, and when you get a wind current, you get a dust particle with a tail. You know, and that's what they called supercharged orbs, or you know, ghost-like phenomena that look like comets flying through the air, but they're actually just dust particles being blown by the wind. But so, you know, most orbs, you know, I'm saying 98% of orbs are natural explanations. You know, rain causes it. Snow causes it. Anything in the atmosphere that's going to reflect that light back into the camera can cause these, orb-like anomalies to appear on photographs and video. But the thing, there's that 1% we leave open to what is a phenomenon known as ghost lights. Now, ghost lights still could have a natural explanation, but what they are, people have reported ghost lights for years, and they've been seen in the mountains. They've been seen, in Missouri. They've been seen, there's the Joplin lights. There's all kinds of different ghost lights that are all over the place that people are seeing, and they light up. Now, those are different than orbs. That's caused usually by what some people refer to as swamp gas, or some type of gas that illuminates that has self-illumination, basically. And that's the rarer phenomena that we look at that may or may not be associated with the natural phenomena. If it has its own light source, and we're looking out there through the woods, and we had something similar like this happen at Mirren Bluff on one of our haunted tours. We were seeing some pretty weird lights out there at the island out there, Mirren Island, where some stuff supposedly happened. But it has to be self-illuminating to be a possibility of paranormal when it comes to these orbs and ghost lights. It has to be self-illuminating in the dark. Your camera's out, your video's out, and you see a light up, like a lantern or a fire. Then yeah, that's pretty weird. But it could still be a natural phenomenon. It could be gases, swamp gas, different stuff. But that's what we look for when it comes to balls of light. If it's illuminated by our camera, it is dust particles. And very rarely will you see this stuff either. Swamp gas, the ghost lights. And there's also a phenomena where logs will glow, like logs. They will actually have this gas emitting from them, and it's green at night. It's kind of like a swamp gas effect too out in the woods. And it's caused from, I think, decaying, matter basically is what causes this. And it actually will emit heat, and it will emit light. And people get freaked out over that phenomena all the time. So we actually had a search for a missing person one time that I was involved with. And the state police plane up above was flying overhead, flying over this woods. We were looking for this turkey hunter. And the plane was flying over, and he radioed down to us, the ground team, and we went over there. He said he saw something on his IR camera up there, his infrared camera, and picked it up on thermal too, of something about 6 feet long and about 1.5 feet wide, which could match the description of a body. So we went out there, we went hauling out there into this woods to see if it was the turkey hunter, that was missing. We get there, and it's a log, and it was this swamp gas effect going on. The state police plane up above picked up the heat signature off of this log, and it was actually looked like a person laying there, but it's actually just a natural phenomena that's taking place with decaying wood and everything. It glows even. Pretty strange. I mean, if you've never seen it before, but it wasn't the guy we were looking for, but from up above, in a plane, it even looked like that. So, thermal imaging can pick up natural phenomena. You got to be extremely careful. Thermal imaging cameras, IR, everything, when you're out there doing paranormal research, and make sure you debunk everything, or try to debunk everything and come up with a natural explanation. Trying to read some more comments here, guys. Says, I've seen rotten logs glow in the dark after a thunderstorm, Deutsch said. Yeah, there's also a phenomenon known as ball lightning. And that's still a misunderstood phenomena, where people have reported being in their living room at night, and all of a sudden a ball of energy or this plasma-like ball comes through their living room, goes into their TV and blows their TV up, or comes in the window and puts a hole in their wall in the living room. And that phenomenon is known as ball lightning. It's extremely rare, and it's very, very misunderstood and not very well documented and not very well studied, even in the scientific world and the weather world. I mean, it's so hard to produce and reproduce. Talking about Deutsch here, reading some more comments. You live over there, Jared?
Yeah, I'm just listening.
It is.
Huh?
We may have to. I said, do I need to bring my EMF meter over? Or I didn't know if you were still alive.
Oh no, I'm just listening to what you're saying.
But
It's news
yeah,
to me. I've never heard of that before.
you never heard of ball lightning?
Yeah, no, I thought it was cool.
Huh. But yeah, guys, what we got you on here too. We're not going to go real long with this talk show tonight. I just basically want to get on here, tell about our investigation and what we, didn't find. And there's nothing wrong with that. Not finding anything. We don't find anything everywhere we go. So, it's. I think a lot of the people out there, they're kind of hesitant in calling us because it's like they're like I was kind of talking to the owner of that place, and she was kind of worried, like, well, I hope you guys find something. And I think she was disappointed maybe that we didn't, but I try to explain to people, it's like we're happy sometimes when we don't find stuff because we can, say, we at that current time when we investigated that location, we couldn't document any paranormal activity. Not saying the location's not haunted. We're just saying at the time we conducted our investigation, we couldn't document anything. So and that happens in a lot of places. So it's not uncommon, and it's not a disappointment. I don't think if we don't find anything. I think people think if we drive all this distance, we get down there and we don't find anything, that it's a bust for us, and it's not. We'll find that one location again, like Pine Lawn someday. There'll be another Pine Lawn somewhere. I don't know where, but we will find, some actual legitimate paranormal activity at some of these locations, and it may be Saturday night. That's why, I'm excited about this, guys, because that location has potential. I mean, a lot of deaths have taken place there over 100-year span. Yeah, I was kind of just talking about what Rachel just asked, but yeah, I just wanted to get on here, guys, and announce that we will be investigating Saturday night. And we also, and you guys can send us messages out there. We're looking for topics. If you guys I think Jairus wants to start co-hosting with me a lot. And what we're going to do too on the show, instead of, just talk about our investigation, just talk about, our adventures and, our research and stuff like that. We're also going to dive into other topics, and I planned on doing that with the show before. It's just we have so many investigations. I get on here, I just update you guys. But it's like we want to dive into cryptozoology, Bigfoot, UFOs, weird phenomena like black-eyed children we were talking about the other day. We're gonna get into a lot of different stuff. So if you guys have a topic out there that you want us to research, or even equipment-wise, if you're a paranormal team, if you're somebody out there watching, and you guys want us to do a show on how to record EVP, or how to use an SLS camera, or how to use thermal imaging cameras, send us a message. Let us know in the comments. Send us a personal message. We'll do either educational shows, or we'll dive into topics of weird phenomena that not a lot of people have heard about. So, but yeah, I think we're gonna call this one a night here in a minute. We're going to be probably announcing the Methodist Village tomorrow on our Facebook page, guys. So definitely share that for us if you can. Please share our Methodist Village post. Werewolves, yeah, that's a good one, Doyle. I mean, legends, urban legends like werewolves, vampires. We may not believe in that stuff at all, but we can cover stuff like that. Somewhere in these urban legends, there's a string of truth. There's always a thread of truth in a lot of these stories and a lot of these urban legends. Somewhere, somebody thought they seen a werewolf, like Doyd's talking about. So, oh wow. Joyce says there was also a murder at one of the apartments at the village. Logged on late.
I remember that.
Mentioned no. I kind of recall that now, that I totally forgot about that. Joyce, if you have any information, remember the year on that, send it to us in a private message. I kind of remember that, maybe. Robbie, thank you. The smoke was fire. Good night. Coming on ball lightning made me think of that one. Oh yeah, spontaneous combustion. That's really strange too. The way that happens sometimes. She's talking about that. Chandra is. Yeah, I mean that's a weird phenomenon of its own. If things spontaneously combust and catch on fire, human spontaneous combustion has taken place where people have supposedly started or heated up and caught on fire from some type of internal combustion. I mean that's strange. Yeah, that'd be a good topic to go into on one of our shows one night. But Melissa says yes, there was a murder there. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to look into that. Like I say, the history of, the Methodist Village, we're gonna dig into that now. We dug into Pine Lawn for a long time, and it revealed itself to us investigation after investigation. And a lot of it was through viewers and watchers, and we appreciate that, guys. We learned so much from people who worked there, watching our lives, or messaging us saying, hey, I worked there, this guy passed away in this room, or I took care of this individual, gave us names and that stuff. So I mean, we learned so much from you guys out there. That's awesome, because we like to interact with our fans and the people who watch us, and they teach us about these locations, because I'm sure we're gonna get a lot of viewers from people that worked at this place as well. Because that's going to be awesome to learn their stories and what they've experienced there, and even the murder that is coming to light right now. Seems like I somewhat remember something about that, but I'm gonna have to research that. But yeah, thank you guys out there for watching our stuff again. We appreciate it, and we're probably gonna call this when Joyce says I worked at the local paper for 35 years. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, anything, Joyce, that that was weird that you can recall, might be a strange death or something that might be haunted. Definitely let us know. We'll check it out. Because we like to explore new places, not go to a place that's already been established, as supposedly haunted, like some of these places you pay to get into. I'm only going to bring up a whole list of those. But yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and call it a night and get off here. But still try to read through your comments, guys. Try not to miss any really cool comments if you guys are talking to us out there. Sometimes I do, and I apologize, especially on the live feeds too. I get so distracted. If you guys comment on the live feeds and I don't respond or something, I'm probably trying to do 100 other things and watch, for paranormal activity and read what you guys are saying. And I apologize if I don't get with you immediately on there. But yeah, we'll see you guys all Saturday night, hopefully. We'll see you guys all tuning in, and we will post the information tomorrow on our Facebook page regarding our investigation Saturday night at the Methodist Village. So I think we're done tonight. You ready to get out of here, Jared?
Yeah, sounds good.
Well, all righty. So,
all right.
I'm gonna
see you later.
Pull you out and set her down. Thanks, Jared.
All right.
All right. Again, that was Jared Pinkston, one of my team members there. Try to get a lot of my team members on here off and on, or different ones, so they can co-host with me. I know Jason Dickerson's been on here in the past. Becky Knighty's been on here in the past with me, and I appreciate all my team members jumping in and helping me out. It's kind of boring sitting here talking to myself sometimes. But good night, guys. Thanks for tuning in tonight for our announcement. It was basically just an announcement. We're going to be going to United Methodist Village, and we will see you all Saturday night at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Have a good night, everyone.